Time once again for Shelton City Council looking ahead with Shelton City Manager Mark Ziegler. And I paused because he's no longer interim. He is now the official man in charge, I guess. The City Council last Tuesday made the right decision and gave him a permanent position. And Mark, I want to give you an opportunity to talk about that and your feelings on being now the guy in charge.
Okay. Well, technically, if we want to be real technical about this, a contract hasn't been signed yet. So that'll take place hopefully next month. We should have a contract in front of the city council to review and approve. But yes, they made the official offer appointment Tuesday the 20th to remove the interim tag. And after some discussion, we think it's executive session. Obviously, there's been a couple routes to go here, and that's a recruitment internally or externally, or continuing internal appointment. And I'm really grateful and honored for council that they're trusting me moving forward to help the city, lead the city, work as a team here to move the city of Shelton forward and provide the services to our community that they deserve. We're looking forward to as we move through some growing pains here, probably coming up. We have some imminent growth here, and we need to look forward to that growth. We need to plan for that accordingly. So we're really looking forward to that opportunity. Continue to serve the community much as I have. Boy, since I was probably about 15, Dedrick started at Mason County Parks, working out at MCRA back then. So I've been a public employee for quite a long time. It's just I can't imagine doing that.
When you started for the city, 29 years ago or so, did you ever think you would be city manager?
Not at all. No, it really never entered my mind until about 4 months ago. Frankly, nothing I really ever aspired to do. My aspirations were to initially work in parks and recreation, provide the amenities that make our community a vibrant, livable, healthy community. As I worked in local government, particularly the city of Shelton, and took on community development roles and other departments here at the city, I've learned quite a bit about how all of those functions intertwine together and how they complement each other and how it's necessary to plan proactively and comprehensively. So I think that that's kind of brought me to the realization that maybe there's some personal goals, that this position fulfills, as well as, again, just serving the community I live in, serving the community I grew up here, serving this community, and continue to do the best that I can for Shelton.
All right, Mark, let's talk about next city council meeting is study session Tuesday the 27th, engineering street standards. And is it an update or just going to discuss?
Ongoing discussion. Let's put it that way. So on May 9th, staff brought forward for the first time the discussions, and this is really centered on neighborhood residential zone, which is our primary zoning within the city of Shelton that has single family residents within it. So around 70% of our city is neighborhood residential zone. And so we really started talking about that first and foremost, because that's where we have most of our difficulties, right? If you want to build one house on one lot in the middle of a block, what are you required to put in front of that house as far as streets and sidewalks? And the difficulty is we have such varying degrees of existing development. We have everything from a narrow gravel road to full frontage improvements with a 32-foot street with parking on both sides, paved, curb gutter, sidewalk, that's all in place. So what is the standard that we would want for somebody that's developing a single lot or a few lots? It's not a major subdivision. you are coming in and putting in new infrastructure, taking raw property and building houses, it's understood that you put in all the public improvements, curb, gutter, sidewalk, stormwater, all of that infrastructure at that time. It's these small lot developments that really are kind of sticking point, have been, for municipalities, I know all over the state anyway. So we're continuing that discussion from May 9th. We've got some feedback from the council, so we're bringing them back some answers to that feedback and some more suggestions on which direction we should go. But I think kind of breaking point is it feasible for somebody to construct a house and put in these frontage improvements at the time of construction? And then how feasible is it for the city to come back and put that infrastructure in? Our community really expects that, and they expect the city to do that. They want sidewalks, they want safe pedestrian routes for their families to move from one location in the city to the other. They don't like driving on gravel streets and having dust and potholes and things like that. So we're trying to find that happy medium that fits the developers' needs and also meets the city's and our community's expectations.
That's on Tuesday night. Now I want to look a little further ahead because the 4th of July falls on a Tuesday. You're not going to meet that day, and you're moving that to what, the 11th?
July 11th, yeah. So we'll have a regular city council meeting on July 11th and July 18th. So we're being back-to-back weeks. Not probably outwardly, not much different for the community. Just accelerates our time a little bit to get that information to the packet, once the council, but we plan ahead for that. Everybody can enjoy their 4th of July holiday.
All right. So you can catch all of this stuff in person at the Civic Center, online via Zoom if you want to participate that way, or you can catch it on the city's YouTube channel.